We were snowed in at the ski lodge when someone cut the power and said, "No one gets out alive until one of you confesses." Social media post, every photo, every video. She'd been collecting evidence for a year while we all thought she was dead. She had proof of everything we did, and if we didn't give her what she wanted tonight, she'd make sure every bit of that evidence went to the police and the school and our parents and anyone else who would listen. I forced myself to move toward Oliver because nobody else was doing anything useful. My legs felt like they were made of concrete, but I made them work anyway. Walker backed away to give me room, and up close I could see the bullet had gone through the meaty part of Oliver's shoulder, in the front and out the back. There was so much blood, way more than I expected, and it kept coming even with Walker's jacket pressed against it. Oliver wasn't dying right this second, but he was losing blood fast and his face had gone gray in the green emergency light. When he looked up at me, his eyes were filled with terror and pain that made my chest hurt. I thought about confessing everything right then, about telling Rachel what I'd seen at the party, just to end this nightmare and get Oliver help. But the words stuck in my throat because I was too much of a coward to face what would come after. Henry came back from the kitchen holding a glass of water with both hands to keep it from spilling. His hands wouldn't stop shaking and water slopped over the rim onto the floor. He wouldn't look at anyone, just stared down at the glass like it was the most interesting thing in the world. Scarlett took a step toward him and asked if he was okay, her voice soft and careful like she was talking to a scared animal. The way Henry flinched at her question made everyone notice him at once. Elena actually gasped and backed away from him like he'd suddenly become dangerous. The glass slipped from Henry's hands and shattered on the floor, water and broken glass spreading across the wood. Henry stared at the mess and started apologizing over and over, but nobody was listening to his words. We were all watching his face, watching the guilt written there so clearly it might as well have been spelled out in neon lights. Mia started talking really fast about how we needed to just tell Rachel everything we knew, and maybe she'd let us go. Her words tumbled over each other as she brought up every detail of the cyberbullying campaign. She talked about the fake Instagram account we made, the edited photos we posted to make Rachel look bad, the rumors we spread about her sleeping with teachers. She mentioned the group chat where we planned what to say about Rachel each day, how we coordinated our attacks to maximize damage. She offered up every bit of information like it was currency that could buy our freedom, like confessing to the smaller crimes would somehow make the bigger one disappear. But Rachel stayed silent on the intercom. No response. No acknowledgement, nothing. The silence from the speakers was somehow worse than her threats had been. The temperature in the lodge had dropped, so low I could see everyone's breath forming clouds in the air. My fingers had gone completely numb, and I couldn't feel my toes anymore inside my boots. Oliver was shivering badly, his whole body shaking in a way that looked wrong. Walker said that meant he was going into shock, that his body was shutting down from blood loss and cold. We scrambled to find coats and blankets, wrapping Oliver in everything we could grab. But the wind howling through the broken windows kept stealing any warmth we tried to create. Snow had piled up on the